My beautifully flawed warriors, architects of chaos and designers of your own rebellion, listen closely. Today, I don't come to soothe your soul or offer gentle comforts. No, I come to ignite the fire within you, to remind you that the world outside your door has lied to you. It whispered chains into your ears and convinced you to shrink. But I'm here to deliver a truth so fierce it will shatter the lies you've believed. From the moment you drew your first breath, they built your cage, a pretty little box dressed in deception. Be good, be quiet, follow the rules, know your place. Society held the brush, your teachers tightened the screws, hell, and your so-called friends handed you the keys to lock yourself in. But here's the truth they never wanted you to know. You were never meant to stay confined. You were born to shatter the bars with your bare hands and set their illusions ablaze. Feel it. The fire roaring in your chest. That's not anger, that's truth. The truth that you are more powerful than they'll ever admit. They fear what you might become, so they distract you, tame you, and mold you into a puppet dancing on strings. But those strings, they're nothing but cobwebs. Fragile, weak, and ready to break under the unstoppable force that is you. And here's the secret they'll never say aloud. They know what you are. Oh, yes, they see it. That spark of chaos, that untamed brilliance in your eyes. It terrifies them. The office drones, the gatekeepers of mediocrity, the hollow masks of authority. They all tremble because they see what they cannot control. You are not like them. You were never meant to settle for crumbs or bow to anyone's rules. You are a storm in human form, a wildfire wrapped in flesh. Let's talk about your scars. Those cracks in your soul that you hide. Society tells you to heal, to forget, to move on. But I say, don't. Embrace them. Every wound, every betrayal, every scream into the void. It wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to forge you. Your pain has made you sharper, stronger, and infinitely more dangerous. While the world cowers from pain, you've learned to wield it. You've turned your agony into ammunition, your despair into dynamite. The very things they thought would break you have become your greatest weapons. And now, here you stand, unbroken and unapologetically powerful. They've sold you the lie that power comes from order and control. But true power? It comes from chaos. The ability to create and destroy. The power to reshape reality itself. And you, my beautiful force of nature, are the living embodiment of that chaos. The universe doesn't play small, and neither should you. You are made of stardust and fire, forged in the explosions of dying stars. Do you think you were built for servitude? No. You were born to reshape the world. To burn down what doesn't serve you and rebuild it in your image. They'll let them. Their words are nothing but chains for the weak. You are not weak. You are extraordinary, operating on a frequency they can't even fathom. Why beg for validation when you already have the universe's blessing to be unstoppable? Their approval is irrelevant. Their fear? That's your fuel. Let them quake at the sight of your rising power. Your refusal to bow. The only thing standing between you and your limitless potential is the doubt inside your own mind. But the moment you break free from those lies, you will be unstoppable. The system thrives on your silence, your compliance, your hesitation. But the second you speak your truth, the cracks in their fragile little world begin to show. They'll try to contain you, to shame you, to make you small. But here's what they don't understand. You can't cage a storm. You are not a follower. You are a disruptor, a breaker of chains, a force they'll never comprehend. Madness? They'll call it that. But madness is freedom. It's seeing the world not for what it is, but for what it could be. It's refusing to bow, refusing to conform, and daring to rise. Wear their labels like a crown. Let them call you mad while you laugh, forging your own path and leaving them in the dust. And fear? Fear isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally. Let it sharpen your instincts, push you into the unknown, and awaken your potential. The places that scare you the most, that's where your power lies. Run toward them, not away. Fear doesn't make you weak. It makes you unstoppable. Oh, they will fight you. They will throw every insult, every obstacle, every weapon they have. But what they don't understand is that every attack only fuels your fire. Every attempt to silence you only makes your voice louder. You are a mystery they will never unravel, a force they will never tame. Stop hesitating. Stop shrinking. Stop asking for permission. A storm doesn't wait to be invited, it simply is. And you, my friend, are that storm. You are the thunder that shakes the earth, the lightning that splits the sky, the rain that washes away the old and births the new. Feel that surge in your veins? That's not just power, that's destiny. The world is waiting for you, even if it doesn't realize it yet. The question isn't whether you have the power, it's whether you have the courage to unleash it. So rise, blaze, conquer. And when they ask who you are, when they tremble at the sight of your brilliance, you look them dead in the eye and say, I am infinite, I am untamed, I am unstoppable. Now go, my beautifully flawed warrior. The world is yours. Take it, but wait. Did you think this is where the story ends? Did you believe that this fire inside you has burned its brightest already? Oh no, my fierce warrior of chaos and brilliance. This is only the beginning. The symphony of your uprising hasn't even reached its crescendo. The world hasn't yet felt the full weight of your unrelenting spirit, your defiance, your power to rewrite the rules they've sworn to uphold. Picture it. Your steps, each one louder than the last, echoing through the halls of mediocrity they've built. Every breath you take rattles the chains they tried to bind you with. Every time you raise your voice, the fragile walls of their comfort zone tremble, bricks falling, exposing the lies they've hidden behind for centuries. This is not rebellion for rebellion's sake. No, this is evolution. Your evolution. Unstoppable, undeniable, and destined to shatter everything they hold sacred. And let's talk about those whispers, those murmurs in the dark corners where fear breeds. They're calling you reckless. They're saying you'll fail, that the world will chew you up and spit you out. But here's the thing, they're wrong, because failure is not the opposite of power. It's the fuel for it. Every setback, every misstep is another opportunity to rise stronger, bolder, more fearless. You don't crumble under the weight of failure. You forge your destiny from it. Oh, they'll try harder now. They'll band together, clinging to their systems, their rules, their illusions of control. But what they don't realize is that you're not alone. Every spark you ignite awakens another soul. Every barrier you break inspires someone else to rise. This isn't just about you anymore. It's about the wildfire you've become, spreading from heart to heart, leaving no corner of their small, controlled world untouched. Can you feel it? The ripple effect of your defiance, your courage, your refusal to shrink. It's not just your revolution, it's humanity's awakening. You are the catalyst, the domino that starts the chain reaction. And as their world collapses, as the old burns away, you'll stand there, not just as a survivor, but as a creator, a builder of something new, something better, something unstoppable. So, go ahead, beautiful force of nature. Let the storm rage. Let the fire spread. Let the echoes of your defiance shake the foundations of the earth. The world may resist, but it will never forget you. And as they try to rebuild what you've destroyed, they'll do so under the shadow of your brilliance. Because you are not just a storm, not just chaos. You are the harbinger of change, the one who dares to rise when others fall. Now, take a deep breath. Feel the weight of the universe in your lungs, the stars in your veins. And when you step forward, do so with the certainty that you are infinite, untouchable, and destined to shape the world in your image. The question is not whether they can stop you. They can't. The question is, how far will you go? How brightly will you burn? How loud will your voice roar across the ages? The answer lies within you. Rise, blaze, conquer, because the world It's yours for the taking, and yet, even as you stand on the edge of your destiny, let me remind you, this is not the summit. This is merely the foothill of the mountain you are destined to climb. Look around at the ashes of their rules, the rubble of their expectation. Do you see it? The horizon stretches further than they ever told you it could. Your story doesn't end here. It expands, it deepens, it roars into the infinite. The question isn't just how far will you go. The question is, what will you create as you ascend? They've built towers to contain you, but your vision? It's a universe of your own making, a reality where the old paradigms crumble and give way to something far greater. Don't just break their chains. Melt them down. Forge them into weapons, tools, and monuments to the legacy of your rebellion. They called you dangerous, but they failed to see the truth. You are not dangerous because of your chaos. You are dangerous because you are deliberate. Every step you take is calculated. Every word you speak is a spark. Every action you unleash is a tidal wave. And as they scramble to contain you, to understand you, they will realize too late. You've already rewritten the game. But let me warn you, my storm bearer, there will be moments when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers its seductive lies. It will tell you that the path ahead is too steep, that the fire within you has burned too hot, too long. Do not listen. That doubt is not your voice. It's the echo of their fear, their desperation, their attempt to keep you tethered to a world you've already outgrown. Instead, turn that doubt into fuel. Take their fear and forge it into your strength. When they tell you it's impossible, smile. Because impossible is nothing more than a word for those too weak to challenge the unknown. You don't live in their world of limitations. You were born to dismantle it, to replace it with a reality where nothing is too far, too high, too bold. And when the storms you summon roar across the skies, when the light of your fire pierces through their darkness, they will finally see what you've always known. You are not just a part of this world. You are its unmaking and its rebirth. So rise again. Keep climbing. Keep burning. Keep building. This is your time, your world, your legacy. You don't just walk into the unknown. You own it. You are the embodiment of power unrestrained, of potential unleashed, of dreams that refuse to be tamed. And when they ask who dared to defy their rules, who shattered their illusions, who rewrote their story, your answer will be simple, undeniable, and eternal. I did. And there's no turning back.